Welcome to a demo of RFQ Plus, which can be found on the web at www.rfqplus, click .ai, click login, or right here at app.rfqplus.ai. Click the sign up button if you haven't signed up and go through that process. We're going to put our email in first. I'm going to use my personal Gmail so that I can access our demo client. Every time you put your email in, it will send you a link unless it imagines you've already been logged in. Click that link and you'll get straight into the dashboard. This is the client dashboard, and immediately what you're going to see, in this case, there's two RFQs from GSA Mass that have been scored. Now, right away, we're looking at blue and green. So let me tell you a little bit about the scoring. Red, yellow, green, and blue. Red is definitely doesn't match, don't want to see it, don't bother me. Yellow is maybe one day, but not today. Green is this is a good match. Blue is this is a perfect match, I should go after it. So these help you in your bid capture process. The client score allows you to say, oh, this one scores blue, but I'm going to mark it yellow for this reason, and maybe something the computer couldn't figure out. So, and then someone else could come here and look at this client score and determine which ones to move forward with. Continuing on, we have the ID. There's a link here that we'll click and get into the other details soon. Issue date, close date, funding, subagency, otherwise known as department. Is agency, and then the title and the NAICS code, and set aside if there is any, and the functional categories that we found within this RFQ. So now let's take this one right here, the green one, and click on it, and we'll see what the details are. Up top, we have your title, your RFQ number, your organization, and your sub-organization, otherwise known as department and agency. Going from left to right, we have the details tab, which gives you all the data points that you need to know about this RFQ, in addition to a government objective. Also, if there's any certifications required, CMMI, CMMC, ISO, those are right here. If there's some key personnel required or some number of resumes that are required, it's right here, and the response days is also there. Continuing on to the right, we have the snapshot. Nicely formatted, quick snapshot. And just going left to right, we have instructions, we have evaluation factors, we have past performance, we have the technical outline, business volume. We can just show you the functional categories that we determined were in here. And we also have news. This is news that was, we scrubbed 26 sites daily for new news. Click on the link and get right to the article, or you can click here and get a snapshot of the article. If you click the link, it'll go straight to the article and you can read to your heart's content. Continuing on, we have the ability to put notes in here so that you could communicate with other people on your team and see what they're thinking about this RFQ. Our external sources is the GSA eBuy link to make it easy. If you want to go back to eBuy and log in and see it, that is a helpful thing. Also, we have a number of spending links and very informative information links for our sister site, fpdsplus.com, which as a user of RFQ Plus, you are automatically signed up for that. It's a free site. So in this case, if we wanted to see the top vendors for the State Department, since this RFQ is from the State Department, we simply click this and we get a nice beautiful chart of the top vendors in the State Department, and we can continue by clicking these bars and we'll end up at another set of information, and we can click these and we can quickly get down into the contract detail. Down here in the bottom are the attachments that came from GSA eBuy. So no need to log into GSA eBuy to download the attachments. And you can also download a zip file, which contains, in addition to these links, this PDF, which gives you a summary of everything. So if you want to share this with anybody, open the PDF, and it puts all of the data that I just showed you into a nice, beautiful format, equipped with links there at the bottom, which you can click on and open as needed. If, going back to the dashboard, this RFQ is scored green or blue, you will get that information in an email and the PDF will be attached. The scoring terminology or the scoring calculation comes from your own preferences. So back here during setup, you determined some of these preferences. For instance, functional categories. We click on functional categories and we can identify the functional categories that we want to see. In this case, application software development is a perfect match and data analytics is a good match. We could also enter something we did not want to ever see as red, which is not a match, and that way nothing that had that functional category on it would ever show up. So that is an option. Our agencies, perhaps we have a preferred set of agencies, and then we add them here so that we can say, these are the agencies I want. We have the RFQ types, award notice, draft, live RFP sources sought. Those are some that are added, but there's these also which you can identify as good matches or not matches. Response period is a configurable option, but I have it checked as not applicable in this case because you can also say I don't care about this and check that box and our system will ignore this in terms of scoring. The response period, the key personnel and resumes operate similarly. You can put the values in or you can click not applicable. Resumes the same way. Our certifications is listed here from facilities to ISOs to CMMC, CMMI. They're all here. You can specify whether you have these, and that way if we know that the RFQ requires ISO 27001 is due in 10 days and you don't have ISO 27001, well, it doesn't make sense to actually bid on it. So that would inform your score. In addition, we have a complete past performance section, which allows you to add your own past performance into the system, whether you upload a CSV file or you add the individual contract components. And then we can use this to, as we build out our newest feature, which is showing you where you have past performance that matches the agency, the NAICS code, any other information. On the left, we have support videos, which are coming soon, a feedback form, which allows you to give us submit. If you see a problem, you can click that also and, you know, bug, feature request, question, comment, click submit, and it'll come to us. What's very interesting, you may have noticed that score blue turned to yellow, and that's because we told the system that the Defense Department was no longer, we didn't want to see it. So it's not a match, so it goes down to yellow, which was the next category color. So it's a dynamic scoring as we go through. You can, as soon as you get into the details, you can click Chat Now. And this allows you to interact with the documents that we have securely stored in our vector database, which is the really cool way of generating what you might have heard of as a RAG application, retrieval augmented generation. Simply just in simple, it allows you to chat with the documents. So we could say, give me a summary of this RFQ. You could ask it any question you would like in plain English, and it will give you a response. And that is one of the coolest features, I think, in the entire system. We use AI to automatically populate this. We have a team that reviews it, and then we go through a QC process, and then we click a complete button. When we click the complete button, it is then sent to you if it matches your preferences to a green or blue score. Hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Look forward to seeing you on the tool.